Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're having a great day so far. Have you ever had one of those jobs that just kicked your butt from start to finish? Well, I had one such job like that today, and all I did was get it apart. I broke tools, I had to deal with broken bolts, I had pipes on wrenches, on ratchets, torches, welders, you name it, just to get 8 bolts out. 10 technically. What was I doing? I was doing an exhaust manifold left side on a 01 7.3 Ford diesel. Let me show you what I got. This truck right here, dually 7.3 diesel. And if you look inside there, you can see that last port right there. That one there, you can see all the soot around it towards the bottom. Both the bolts were broken. The rearmost bolt was actually broken just under flush. It was just below the surface of the cylinder head. At least the one in front of it was actually broken, leaving some sticking out. On the next port there, that one came out. The one before that, that one broke, and I was able to get it out with vice grips. Luckily, there was some left on it. I wound up having to heat the block up a bit. As you can see over there, you can see where it kind of burnt a little bit because I had to use a torch. I had no choice. The bolts absolutely would not come out. Even with the vice grips on, just wouldn't come out. And of course, I didn't want to snap it off below the head surface, you know, below flush, that is. So I got the manifold here. And as you can see, that's the last bolt there. That's the one that was broken just below the surface of the head. And you can see it's been broken for a while. You can see the soot on it. You can see there where the bolt was actually seized into the actual manifold, and it didn't want to come out. I actually broke one of my twist sockets in the process of trying to get that one out. I did everything I could to get it out, and I wound up, heat was the only thing that would help me. I was tempted to actually cut the manifold just to give it some relief. Since I'm replacing the manifold, didn't really care. Over here, you'll see these are all the bolts that I took out. You see, these two are actually not too bad of a shape. Look how twisted up and rotted out that one is. Now these are hardened bolts too, so I was not looking forward to having to drill them if I had to. Those two, like I said, they left, you can see right about that area there, that much was sticking out still. And I was able to heat the head up using my torch. I was able to heat the head up a bit. You don't want to go nuts, you don't want to melt it. But heated it up and got my vice grips on it and got it out. This one was the one that was broken below the surface. Now, what I did was I grabbed my trusty MIG welder, which is that one, the Harbor Freight Special there. Actually works pretty darn good, I will give it that. So with this, what I did was I took my deburring tool, this bad boy here, and I ground the head down, you know, down inside the head a little bit. I went in there and I was able to grind onto it. This way I had a spot for the welder to, you know, catch to. I took my grounding clamp, I mounted it to the motor, and please, if you're going to hook up a welder and weld on a car, disconnect the battery. I have seen people fry computers. They make a tool, it's supposed to be like a surge protector or whatever that you hook to the battery. I think it's hocus pocus, I don't think it works. But what does work is disconnecting the battery. Disconnect the negative terminal. This way you do not have a complete circuit. So anyway, what I did was I got everything apart, and then I ran a tap down the threaded holes. A little tap there. I ran it down inside each and every one of the threaded holes just to clean them up. So now I got to go find hardware for this. I actually neglected to get hardware for it. So I have a manifold, I have a gasket, and they give me the 2 bolts for the crossover pipe, but they don't give me any other hardware. So now I got to go find hardware. Hopefully they have some at Tractor Supply. If not, I'm going to be heading over to the Ford dealer in the morning, see if they have what I need. And we'll go from there. But yeah, so anyway, this kicked my tail. Took me about 5 hours to get all that apart, which really was unnecessary. Oh, and that twist socket that I got, this one here, I have a whole set. They're Blue Point, sold by Snap-on. These are well worth it. I broke one in the process. I don't even know where the heck it is. Is it this one? No, it's here somewhere. But I broke one, and I got to return that. But I've had the cheaper versions, the ones that you would get like from the parts store or from, you know, at the time Sears. They don't last. They don't work. I mean, they do work, but they're just, if you really got to use them, they break. So that's why I prefer these. They're god-awful expensive, but they work. So anyway, that's about it. So hope you guys had a great weekend, and that's it. Keep wrenching.